Buddy, this is Batfoot, and today we are going to learn how to make a sewer in Dungeon Alchemist. So I'm going to go ahead to the create screen, a new map, and we're just going to put down a 20 by 20. We're going to go to grasslands. That's what we want. We want it to be flat. We don't want any contours. No water at this point, but we will add it, and no vegetation. So this is how it's set for getting started. And then we're going to go ahead and create our area. Now that I've got my grasslands, I'm going to create what I want for a sewer. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to the environmental settings. The first thing I'm going to do is grab some rock, crank up my size, and just paint rock. That'll make things easier as we go. There is another kind of rock too if you want that. Looks like that. I kind of like this one for my sewers, but we'll see. I might mix and match as I add detail. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this, and then we'll go back and I'll show you how I added detail in my finished map. So we're going to go over here to lower terrain, and we're going to start with maybe a sort of maybe wide main channel here like this. And I'm just gonna dump this here as my main channel here. I'm lowering my terrain down as far as I can go, and there we go. And I can sculpt on that later, but that's a good start for us. And then I can add my water. So we'll go back over here, grab the water, and boom, there's the water. Okay, there's a little thing I don't want, but no worries. We're going to go to anything works really. I'm going to turn it off and go to hallway for the moment, and then I'm going to start my sewer map by just having a 20 by 20 thing there. And again, doesn't matter. I want the AI off for now, and I can make another one here, and there you go. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the walls. So you can see that if I hit shift and move my little thing around, I can look at my walls, and I'm going to go to the wall section right here, delete walls, and I'm going to delete all of the walls that I don't want. Okay, now that I've got my start on my sewer, I'm also going to delete actually these end pieces too, because I want this to seem like it might continue. So I can delete those, maybe leave some of those there. Anyway, now I've got my, I'm going to go to my tiles, and I'm going to find my stone, and I'm going to find what looks to me to be some good sewer tiles, and I can just fill that in, and now I'm starting to get where I want to go with a sewer encounter. So let me show you a couple like little techniques I can do to sort of work on this and finish this off the way I want it, and then I'm going to open my sewer map so you can see what I did. One of the things you might do is, if you want to sort of you can see these are overlapping a little bit. I can just take my lower terrain button, and I can lower the terrain there so that it's a little bit more steep sided if I want, so I don't have any of it sticking out. Of course, sometimes I want to leave a little bit of it sticking out because it can look cool. I can do things with it. But here's my, oh, we didn't do everything I said we would do today, did we? Here's our sewers, the way they look, just to get started with. And of course, I could have things going off this way and that. I could do all kinds of things, but there's your base. There's your basic sewer. And from here, you could add all kinds of things. I would draw my canals first, though, so I don't have to delete parts of the room. You could have smaller ones going off. So we're going to go ahead and open what I've already done, and we'll go to my original sewers, and then we can take a little sewer tour and see what kinds of things you could come up with if you wanted to make your sewers. Okay, here's my sewers. I had a lot of fun with this. So we'll just take a little sewer tour as we're going. I'm going to change the environmental settings here so we have some light, and then we can just take a look. Now, so I started with just drawing the canals first, and some of them I made very narrow, some of them I made, 1 square, 2 squares, mini squares, right? So I kind of oscillated between having some, like, here's a tavern basement and a tavern storage that maybe, people come down in, and then there's an access to the sewer point. Then some sewer stuff, like here's a little jail and some weird jail cells, and here's a little shrine that, you might go by. There's a, here's a basement that's serving as a washroom for a house. There's a little place over here that's kind of a sewer keepers area. Now, in between here, I also just raised the terrain. If you watch my Caves movie, you'll see I did that. And one of the things I might do with this is come over and grab my flatten terrain thing and kind of flatten it out a little bit if I want to, especially at the lower, if I pick that lower height where I started there, I can sort of almost flatten it to room height, which works pretty well too. So you can see that now it's kind of there at room height. At the top down perspective, it doesn't really matter. I've made this nice sort of backwater slow here. Maybe something more natural is coming in, again, underground. We've got some storehouses here. It's a very active sewer. Now there's a water wheel that churns. I wouldn't store my grain in the sewer, but you never know who would. Then, of course, we've got some more storage places. I've got the mooring poles here. Those are great. Well, they did a great job with sort of having mooring fences and poles in the last releases. I kind of put some plants everywhere, little sewer keepers. Place right here for the crew to eat in the sewer. Again, I don't know who would eat in the sewer, but you never know. It's fantasy world. These drains work really well at the bottom. I like to put stuff at the bottom of the water, so it, occasionally I'll put rocks. I'll put different. You can see here where there's different textures. I put some, stuff. I wish I could put tiles on the bottom there like stone, but couldn't. There's platforms. I've got some more like vents and things like that in these two rooms, and then here's a mansion library that kind of is a secret sewer access, and so lots of fun, lots of good stuff. I actually have a sewer keeper's house. Who would want to live in the sewer? But you never know. Here's the sewer keeper's little place, and I put some stairs going down to who knows what that goes down to. And so the good thing about the sewer is we just want to keep it exciting and interesting. Can't be the same every time. Like I said, this is a very active sewer with lots of locations, but lots to explore, lots of stuff to put all over the place, and so you can have a lot of fun designing sewers in Dungeon Alchemist. I'm going to go back out and look at it from the top down. Again, you can get this sewer on my Patreon. If you are just a $3 Patreon, you get this sewer and all the stuff that goes with it. If you are our tile set subscribers and our Golden Gremlin subscriber, you get more. As the Golden Gremlin, you actually get the source file, so you can use it in Dungeon Alchemist, and you get a couple of additional renders plus commercial rights to write this up and use it in your own homebrew or your own adventures that are for sale. All right, there you go. That's how to create sewers in Dungeon Alchemist real quick. Hope you enjoyed it. Click that subscribe button and click that like button if you like the video. It helps me out a lot. We'll see you later right here on Make a Map with Batfoot.